This is the overview video for Session 2 of the Risk-Avert primary programme. Session 2 is entitled What's True and aims to challenge beliefs and preconceptions related to engagement in risky and dangerous behaviours. Here you will find the contents for this session. Here is the welcome statement to introduce the session and set the scene for the activities to be completed. Please ensure this statement is read to your pupils at the start of the session. We now have our first segue statement. This takes us into the first activity. The first activity in this session is focused on social norms. Social norms, simply put, are the accepted rules of behaviour. In the context of the Risk-Avert primary programme, we're interested in the perceived differences between what we believe and the reality when it comes to children and young people's engagement in risk behaviours. This page provides an overview of social norms and a useful background for facilitators. This page provides an overview of the method for completing the activity. The activity can be run in one of two ways. You can solely follow the steps outlined in the lesson plan, or you can use the provided social norms video that effectively supports the running of the session. The video is provided on the Session 2 webpage on the Risk-Avert primary website, and a direct link is included in the session plan. Just click this link to be taken directly to the video on YouTube. The video provides information on the social norms approach and all of the questions that we're going to ask young people as part of this activity. You just need to play the video to your students, pause the video when prompted, allow discussion amongst your pupils using the information in this lesson plan, and where appropriate give the specific information for your school that you will have been provided with. Using this video is recommended and makes the process of running this activity much easier. This page gives some further information in relation to how we use the data and the data that will be provided to you. As it states, often there's a difference between the beliefs of young people when they're asked their opinions on their own, like when they completed the survey, and when they're asked in the company of their peers. This page begins the step-by-step guide to completing the activity. At step 1, we're asking their opinion on mobile phone ownership and the use of social networking sites by peers their age. You should ask their opinion in the classroom setting, even though you have the data collected from the survey. This is due to the reality highlighted before, that they may answer differently when influenced by peers. If you're using the video, you will be prompted to pause the video after each of these questions is asked, and then facilitate the discussion. Step 2. We're now looking at the perception questions related to Year 8 pupils. These are asked due to the transition that Year 6 will soon be making to secondary school. If some children believe that many Year 8 pupils are engaging in certain behaviours when the reality is that most are not, this can be problematic and increase the likelihood of engagement in these behaviours. As with the previous page, the video provides these questions as well, or you can run through them in the classroom and discuss with your students. This page provides the key discussion points to use for the questions at steps 3 and 4. Make sure these are covered. If you're using the video to deliver the session, please ensure that these discussion points are used during delivery of the session. On this page you will find further supporting information related to social norms and specifically delivering the social norms activity. It includes very helpful prompts and ideas to increase the impact of the session. Please ensure that you read this page and familiarise yourself with the content before delivery of the activity. This page follows on from the previous one and provides additional ideas on delivery of the session, including how it can be made more interactive by running as a group activity where pupils physically put themselves into percentages. This can provide a strong visual reminder of the number of children and young people engaging in these behaviours. A worksheet is included to support delivery of the activity. We now have a segue statement to close this activity and introduce the next part of the session. The next activity is called Excuses. This is about how we manage situations that may be risky or dangerous. It's called Excuses as often young people may need an excuse to help them manage a situation, especially if it involves their peers. This page provides an overview of the activity and introduces the concept we will be using. Key point to focus on here is to challenge unrealistic answers. We include this as often it can seem like children have an understanding of how to manage a situation, but it doesn't actually reflect the complexities they will be facing. Saying something like, "I just wouldn't hang around with them," is unrealistic if they're good friends and that's their main peer group. In this activity, we're going to help young people think about how they can manage situations and ensure that they can maximise their opportunity for a successful outcome. Step 1. Included in this lesson plan is a storyboard which depicts two children on a trip out to a cinema. This is shown to your pupils. A large version is included in the lesson plan. We have also produced a video version of the storyboard to assist in delivery of this activity. We recommend this is shown to your pupils. It is available on the Session 2 page of the Risk-Avert Primary website, or you can access it directly by clicking this link in the session plan PDF. The video explains the key points of the scenario for you and embellishes the situation depicted. It covers these key points related to the scenario. If you choose not to use the video, make sure you cover these when introducing the storyboard. After presenting the storyboard and explaining what is happening, or watching the video, run through these key points which relate to the scenario and what your pupils think will happen. At step 2, ask your students what they think Susie will do in this situation. Use the following questions. Step 3. Reinforce the point that if Susie had used an excuse, like the one given here, she would have had a higher likelihood of all of her needs being met. She would not have had to watch the film, and she would not have lost face in front of David. This is important, as often children and young people will engage in behaviours because of how they perceive they will be seen by peers if they don't. By building up better skills to manage situations, there's a higher likelihood of avoiding and managing such situations. Step 4. Here we're going to ask your pupils to think about their own excuses to situations. A worksheet is provided to assist with this activity at the end of this session plan. Again, you should challenge any unrealistic excuses and encourage young people to think about all the factors which may influence what they do. Step 5. To close this activity, run through this final statement with your pupils. It provides an overview of the activity and why it's important. This page provides some further supporting information related to the storyboard activity. On this page you will find a brief overview and introduction to the next session. Make sure you run through this with your pupils. Here you will find an overview of the intended learning outcomes. Please use this to track progress and learning amongst your pupils. Worksheets are provided to support delivery of the included activities. The social norms worksheet is also included here. This worksheet supports the cinema scenario exercise. Your pupils can use it to record their thoughts and opinions. This is the large format version of the storyboard. You can use this for printing. This is the excuses worksheet. It asks pupils how they would manage the scenarios listed. A completed version for facilitators is also included. This provides examples of how each of the situations could be managed. It also mentions the fake call app. Some information on fake call apps is included here. There are numerous apps available that provide this service. Many of them are free to download. This app can ring your phone and make it appear that someone has called you. It can be a useful tool for young people with a mobile phone and can make it appear that they need to be at home or need to be somewhere else. You may wish to promote this with some of your pupils. That brings us to the end of this session overview video. We hope this provides a useful guide to completing this session. If you require any additional information or support on delivery of this session or with anything else, please just get in touch. And thanks for watching.